Okay, so in our last class, we have completed
Yes.
about how to create VLANs and how to add
Yes.
ports to VLAN, and we also came to know about the benefits of VLANs, right?
Yes.
And why we should create VLANs, and we have already came to know about this that
Yes.
uh, when you will create VLANs, so your MAC address table will be according to your VLANs, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you will have VLAN 10, VLAN 20 like that, then you will have your MAC address
Yeah.
table according to that. Okay. So now when we have this scenario, see,
Okay.
when we were working with the single switch, but when you have to work with multiple switches, so in
Yes.
that case, you need to have this trunk link. Why we need to
Yes.
have this trunk link? If you'll see this scenario, let me come and open our trunk link scenario. Okay, let's on this one.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, we'll come to our PC and we'll give IP address according to it is there, right? So PC1
Yes.
is 10.1, so I will write here IP 10.0.0.1 slash 8 default subnet mask, enter.
Mm.
PC2 is IP 10.0.0.2 slash 8. PC3 is 10.0.IP 10.0.0.3 slash 8. PC4 IP 10.0.0.4 slash 8. Now come PC5 IP 10.0.0.5 slash 8. 6 slash 8. 7 slash 8. And now come to PC8 IP 10.0.0.0 8 slash 8. Now
Okay.
if you are coming on your switch 1, okay, and if you are checking your so MAC address table, okay, MAC address table is
Yes.
there, but for which one? 3, okay. And why
Yes.
it is there, you
Yes.
already know, because they send STP message between them, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, no problem. Now check one thing. So VLAN brief. So now you can see here, okay, I have already created some VLANs. So what I can do, let me remove the VLANs, okay. So how to
Okay.
remove the VLANs is very normal. You just write here no
No, we don't.
no VLAN 22100 1.
Oh,
Why?
yes. So
Because
you remove that.
yes. And then if you're checking here,
Show here.
so VLAN brief, there is no VLANs, right?
Yes.
But I think everything is okay. Now if you're coming to switch 2, so VLAN brief, okay, no VLANs. Okay, so now if there is no VLAN and if PC wants to communicate, see, normally why do we need to create VLANs? Suppose if this PC, okay, ping, okay, if this PC which belongs to IT department wanted to communicate to the same department which belongs to IT department, but when they will try to communicate, instead of broadcasting in a single department, it will broadcast to each and every department, right? And it will disturb the
Yes.
entire network.
Network.
Yes, that's why we create uh,
VLANs.
yes, we create what?
VLANs.
VLANs, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now, so when we create VLAN, so VLAN is used to break the broadcast
The,
domain into a small
uh,
sections, right?
yes.
Okay. So now, if you are coming here and trying to communicate 10.0.0.2, yes, you are communicating because you belongs to same department. But even if you are
Yes.
if you will try to ping to other department which belongs to like 6 or 7, see, still you are
Yeah.
communicating. Okay, okay, 6 is same department. Okay, let me communicate with 8. Yes, you are communicating, but you want that they cannot communicate, right? They shouldn't
Yes.
communicate to the other department. So for that, you will come to switch and you will create here conf t vlan 10 name IT department. Now vlan 20 name HR department. Exit. Okay. Now you have to come here interface range E0 slash 0 dash
Yes.
1, right?
One. Yes.
Yes. Then
For the first
switch port mode
access.
access, then switch port access
VLAN 10.
access. Even if you want, you can write here VLAN 10, or you should write the name of the department,
Name.
right?
Yes.
Yes. So you can write here
Department.
IT department. Okay, sorry, name IT department.
Department.
Okay, it is easy because nobody will know that into which VLAN you are adding, because you know what name you have given, right? So
Yes.
this is
Yes.
good for security reason also.
Yep.
Okay, now we are going to add 2/3. We are going
3.
to, yes, access and VLAN. If you want
HR
VLAN name HR department,
department.
so you have added. And now if you want to verify, so VLAN brief, see, so the ports are added to the appropriate
VLANs.
VLANs, right? And now if you're coming to
Yes.
your PC and trying to communicate, so PC will be only able to communicate to its own VLAN, but if he's trying to communicate to other VLAN,
They
so
cannot.
PC, yeah, he cannot communicate, right? See, no communication. But the
Yeah.
problem will come if switch. See, switch to have also same VLAN like that, right? Okay.
Yes.
So if you're coming to switch conf t VLAN 10 name IT department VLAN 20
10.
name, yeah,
VLAN 10.
yeah, I created
Now.
VLAN 10
Okay. Okay. Okay.
HR department, and then exit interface range E0 slash 0 dash 1
Yes.
switch port mode
Access.
access, and then switch port
Access.
access VLAN name HR,
Uh,
sorry, IT department, right?
yes.
IT department. Exit. Again, you come to range 2
2
slash
3.
3 access
HR department.
HR department. Exit. Okay, and now if you want to verify, So VLAN brief, they are added right now, but the problem will come when this PC which belongs to same department and wanted to communicate to same department, but
Yes.
the PC is in connected with different switch, right?
Yes.
Yes. So in that case, see, the problem will come if PC you are coming here and trying to communicate to 5. See, no communication.
Yes.
Okay. So for making that communication to be happen, okay, you are making this link as a trunk, right?
Yes.
Why we are making this link as a trunk? Because I told you that you cannot connect multiple links, right?
Hmm.
If it is one or two link, no problem, you can manage it. But if you
Yes.
have 10
But
VLANs, how you are going to connect 10 links, separate links towards the second switch, right?
yes.
Okay. So in for that reason, you need trunk link, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So for having a trunk link, we should have something to discuss. Okay. Now,
Okay.
so there are something. So the trunk link is managed by DTP protocol. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So DTP is known as dynamic trunking protocol. Okay. So we are going to know about some trunk link negotiation. Okay. So
Okay.
there are some options in that you can make trunk link with negotiation means if you will make
Yeah.
trunk link here. Okay. Okay. If you will make trunk link here, okay, means if you will make this link
Yes.
as a trunk, so automatically this will negotiate with this one, and this switch will also make this link as a trunk.
Trunk.
But yes, but before having a trunk, we should verify that okay, right now this link is what. Okay, so if you are coming on this switch, okay, come to switch 1. So switch 1 interface is E3 by 3. So if you will
Three.
come
Yeah.
here, so
The first
interface E3
E3 slash 3.
slash 3 switch port. So if you'll see here, the there are some modes. Okay, so
Yes.
switch port means it's a layer 2 port. Okay, there are two mode: administrative mode and operational mode. Means here is saying dynamic auto. Dynamic
Yes.
auto means the port has some modes. Okay, so if you'll come here, I can show you. See, when we are making, when we come to ports, like when we want to add some ports like interface E0 by 0. Okay, you know, we are writing switch port mode, and when you put here, see here, you are getting dynamic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so dynamic, you can see here, dynamic is used for trunking negotiation, right?
Trunk.
Okay,
Yes.
so negotiation can be after negotiation your operation. Okay, see,
Yes.
when we
Can.
shake hand, after shake hand, when we can become a friend, right? Okay, so
Yes.
after negotiation, the link can operate as a access link or as a trunk link.
Trunk.
But how? Okay, in which condition it will work as a access, or in which condition it will work as a trunk?
Yes.
Okay, and you know that access link can only forward the single VLAN data, right? Okay,
Yes.
and trunk link is used to forward multiple VLANs data. So see here, right now this link is what? Access.
Access.
Yes, that's why right now when it is access and default, this link is in which VLAN?
Vlan 1.
VLAN 1 by default, and this guy is
Yes.
belongs to VLAN 10 and trying to communicate to VLAN 10 here. But when the packet
Yes.
frame is coming here, this switch is not forwarding because this link is under VLAN 1.
Vlan.
That's why it's not forwarding. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can do one thing: either you add this link into VLAN 10, right?
Yes.
But what about VLAN 10, 20%? So
You
so
have to add another
yeah,
link again.
yes. So you'll have problem. So what you can do? So what is saying here? DTP link negotiation, depending on the switch model and iOS version, the default
Yes.
might be dynamic auto negotiation option, or dynamic desirable. Okay.
Yes.
So right now we have seen, according to this model, the default option is dynamic auto, right?
Yes.
Okay. And if we wanted to verify, so we have verified with this command, right? With this command.
Yes.
Okay. Now, and I have used this question mark to see, to show you the modes, right? We have
Yes.
access mode, we have trunk mode, and we have dynamic
Dynamic.
mode, right? So okay,
Yeah.
so when we are making access, so making access is statically I made that port access, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm making trunk, so statically I made that link as a trunk,
Trunk.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And now here, if you'll select dynamic, right? Okay.
Yes.
So both link is dynamic auto. This link is also dynamic auto. Okay. And this link is also dynamic auto. Means this link is saying, okay, if you will send me request to become trunk or access, I am ready to become trunk or access depending on your request.
Requirement.
Okay,
Yes.
so this switch is also waiting for the same, and this switch is also waiting for the same, right? Are you understanding?
Okay. Yeah, I
That's
understand.
why this link is not operating in any kind of negotiation. So this link is working on a default one. Are you understanding?
Um, yeah,
Because
both of them are waiting.
yes, yes, so like me and you, I'm waiting for you and you are waiting for me.
Yes.
Okay. Now, but if I will change the mode to dynamic desirable,
Yes.
so what will happen? He will say that I am desire to be a trunk. So once he
Okay.
will send the request, automatically this guy will negotiate and he will become trunk.
Okay.
Okay. Now, now see here. If it is both side, if both side is dynamic auto, so it will be access. We have seen it is access right now. See here, it is access, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if if it is dynamic desirable, right? Okay.
Yes.
So switch A is dynamic desirable and switch B is auto, no problem. The link will become
Trunk.
trunk. If switch A is trunk and switch B is auto,
Dynamic. Yes.
okay, it will be trunk because I aesthetically I made trunk.
Yes.
Okay, and you are auto, so you will become trunk. If
Yeah.
aesthetically I will made access, see right now this port is working in access, but it is
Yes.
default mode. I did not made this link as a static. It is default.
Yes.
Yes. So when it is default, they will operate in access. But statically, if I will make access and you are auto, you will become access. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you are auto and I am desirable, link will be trunk. If you are desirable and I am also desirable, link will be trunk. If you are a
Yes.
static trunk and I am a static trunk, the link will be trunk. Are you understanding? Now,
Yes.
see
Yes. I
when the
see.
problem will come. You will make a static access and I will make
Trunk.
trunk, right? I will make
Yeah.
trunk. Then see the problem.
Not recommended.
Okay. So it's not that you will make a access and I will make trunk, so it will not work. So
There will be problem. Yep.
yes. Now, if you will make access and I will make access, yes, no problem, access. If you are access, I am access, no problem. Okay. It's not that you are access and I will make trunk, then problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But this negotiation and these all things will work when your DTP is
Enable.
enable. So how we will verify? You will see here negotiation of trunking is
On.
on. Okay. Now, okay, so let's make some kind of negotiation access, then we can work on. Okay, no problem. So let's do the practical of this trunk link. So if we are coming
Okay.
here, yes, come here to switch one and let's verify. So if we are coming here, which port? So interface E3 by
3.
3/3, enter, switch port, mode, question mark. Okay, so if I
There's
told
no
you,
encapsulation.
come again.
I'm asking whether we have to put encapsulation first for this one.
No, for negotiation you don't have to put, because if you'll see
Okay.
here, first we are checking about negotiation. Now,
Okay. Okay.
okay, see here. By default, it has 80 uh, this
Dot
one
one
dot
Q. I
one
can
q.
see.
By default, it is there. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
but in some of this Cisco switches, by default, you will find ISL.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm coming here, interface E3/3 switch port mode. Okay, dynamic question mark. So I told you we have to.
Yeah.
Okay, by default it is
Auto.
auto, but if you will use dynamic, desirable,
This.
enter, and then exit. And now if you'll come to switch to see, automatically you will have some kind of message.
Okay.
Okay, port went down and port came up. Okay, and now
Yes.
if you are coming here and trying here, so interface trunk.
E3. Trunk.
Okay, so it will tell you that you made the mode as a dynamic
This.
desirable. Okay, and now they
This the first.
negotiated with ISL. Okay, let's check here. So interface trunk. Okay, they negotiated, and now let's check this. Yeah, okay, so the operational mode. Okay, we checked here. Okay, we checked here.
Yes.
Okay, but this is for private VLAN. Sorry. Okay, but
Okay.
actually see, then by default they work on Cisco ISL,
I
right? Is saying that the trunking negotiation mode is trunking is what you can say, with the help of ISL, right?
yes.
Okay, so you made here what, the administrative mode you made as a dynamic desirable, and now
Yes.
the operational mode is trunk. Okay, and
Yes.
your trunking encapsulation is ready to negotiate with other switch, and the encapsulation protocol is ISL. Okay, inter
Okay.
switch link. Okay, and now if you're coming to another switch, is negotiated, and see here, his mode is auto. And when it is like
Okay.
this, if you are trying to communicate with another PC, you will be able to communicate. Okay, ping
Yes.
10.0.0.0.5 PC5, ping 10.0.0.6. Did we added those ports in the correct E0 by
Yes.
0, E0 by 1 in VLAN 10?
Yes. Is
Let's check here. So Vlan Brief, E0 by 0 and E0 by 1. 2 and 3 here also, 2 and 3,
yes.
VLAN 20. But why they are not communicating? Okay, let's come to PC3, ping.
And try to ping 7. Same thing.
Sometimes it create problems. No problem. What we can do? Let's write this and reload.
Yes.
Let's try save and reload. Come here
Okay.
to switch to write, reload. So VLAN brief. Okay, VLAN is there. So VLAN brief. Okay, now ping 10.0.0.0.2. Okay, is communicating to same VLAN.
Yes.
Ping 10.0.0.5.
5. Wow. What's the thing?
Okay, no problem. What we can do, let's make some manual trunking. Okay,
Okay.
interface E3/3 switch port mode. Switch port trunk
Mm.
encapsulation
Yes.
dot 1q,
1. 2.
and then switch port mode
More trunk.
trunk conft interface E3/3.
3.
Okay, switch port trunk encapsulation dot 1q switch port mode
More.
trunk. So interface trunk. Okay, now is okay. Encapsulation and trunking. Okay, fine. And now try. Okay, so the trunking was the problem. Okay.
Yeah, the first one was ISL, so maybe it's because of the encapsulation.
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Now, so we have seen that trunking is working, right? And now when the trunking
Yes.
is working, you have seen that the systems are communicating, which is uh, same VLAN but in a different switch, right?
Yeah.
With the help of trunk link.
Yes.
Okay. Now if you're coming here now, but here the question will come that when VLANs span over multiple switches, a mechanism is required to identify which VLAN frame belongs to, right?
Yes.
The mechanism is known as VLAN frame tagging. It adds
Yes.
a VLAN ID with each frame which is passing through the switch and moving to another switch, right?
Yes.
Because by default, this switch will not know that the frame is coming from the data belongs to which switch, right?
Yes.
Which VLAN.
Okay.
Okay, so here frame tagging is very much important because when the data is coming from this PC to this switch, okay, see,
Yes.
always keep in mind if the data, if the frame is coming from VLAN 10, okay,
Yes.
and moving to VLAN 10 in the same switch, so in that condition switch do not put any kind of frame tagging because the
Okay.
data is for same VLAN but in the local switch, okay.
Okay.
But if the frame is for different same
Switch.
VLAN but the VLAN is not the PC is not located in the same switch, right? In
Yes.
that condition when it will exit this trunk interface, okay,
Yeah. To tag it.
okay, when it will exit this trunk interface, at that time he will add here frame, okay,
Yes.
in sorry when he will add some tag with that frame that okay, this VLAN is for VLAN 10 or sorry, this frame is for VLAN 10 or for VLAN 20.
20.
Okay. Now, so here you can see here, this is the frame structure. Okay. But here you will see
Yes.
here, this is preamble, this is SOF. Here normally you can understand destination address, source address. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, length means data, here is header. Okay, here is data, here is frame check sequence, but here you are not getting any information related to frame tagging, right? VLAN ID, something like that. So
Okay.
if you will look the frame structure of a normal frame, this is normal frame, you can't tell, okay, that it belongs to which VLAN, right?
Okay.
Okay, but now if you look for this diagram, okay, so normally what they do, this is the normal frame. Okay, this is the normal destination MAC, source MAC, type, data, frame check sequence. Okay, now but when you'll see automatically, what they will do, they will add some tag information between, in the middle of the frame. Okay, and this
Okay.
tag information will carry some type of information like type, PRI, CFI, VLAN ID. This is the main one. Okay,
Okay.
and when this frame will received by that switch, what he will do after receiving, see, once this guy will receive this frame with tag, so this switch will read that frame with the
Unpack it.
tag, and he will remove the tag,
Yes.
and now he will send the data to the appropriate VLAN. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have two type of tagging. One is ISL and second one is 802.1
That
key.
one Q.
Okay, and 802.1 key is used by most of the switches. And see, I think why it is not working in this switch, because if you will come to this switch, this is the latest switch. Okay, so
Okay.
version. Okay, you can see here it is 15.2.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Now by looking at the above diagram, you can easily say that this frame is the part of particular VLAN. Okay, this tag here specify the VLAN ID on which the frame belongs to. Okay, now so VLAN packet structure is here, like according to IEEE 802.1q standard for VLAN. Okay, 32 bits are added. Okay, 32 bits
Okay.
are added to the packet header. Normally 32 bits means what? Okay, 4 byte.
All right. Yes.
Okay, 4 byte. So you can see here total is 4 byte information. Okay, this
Okay.
is 4 byte 32 bit. Okay, now so there are some kind of information I told you, you will find some kind of, okay, PRI, CFI. Okay, so you can see here
Okay.
TPID, so tag protocol identifier. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now you can see here this 16-bit field is set to 0x8100 to identify the packet belongs to 802.1q or ISL.
I said.
Okay, so this is tag protocol identifier. Okay, so now you can see here, maybe by mistake, while encapsulation I did here 802. Okay, and here I did ISL. So do you think that they will communicate? You will see by default, for as a troubleshooting scenario, you will see here, so interface trunk, you will see, this is trunk, here you will see this is trunk, right? Are you
Yes.
understanding? But when
Yeah, I
you,
can see.
and here you made this trunk as a 802.1q, and here you made as a ISL,
I see.
so they won't communicate, right?
Okay.
Okay, so when the data frame tagging will be accepted by the another switch, when TPID will match, means your encapsulation protocol and my encapsulation protocol will match. Okay, now
Yes.
then here is some kind of priority code point, means PCP. This 3-bit field
Okay.
indicates a class of service. Okay, this
Okay.
is related to quality of service, means here when you will learn quality of service, okay, you will know that, okay, I want to send this data first before this data. So you can prioritize the
Okay.
data in your network, that this data will be always sent first. Okay.
Okay.
Now here you can see here drop eligible indicator DEI. This is one bit field, indicates whether the packet can be dropped when there is bandwidth congestion. Okay.
Promise.
Okay. So these kinds of, it is automatically feeded over there. Okay. Now
Okay.
VLAN ID, this is the main one, VLAN identifier, which is important for us. This is 12-bit field, specify the VLAN associated with the network frame.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so VLAN packet structure. So automatically there will be destination MAC, because I want to reach to that destination IP. Source MAC will be there. This, okay. Tag protocol ID we have seen. Okay.
Yes.
TCP we have seen about the priority. Okay.
Yes.
DEI we have seen about the congestion. Okay. Now
Okay.
this is destination IP, of course, because without IP address you cannot communicate. Source IP will be
Yes.
there. Payload is the data load, means how much data you are sending. So this is the main
Okay.
VLAN ID. So with this VLAN ID, the person will identify that, okay, this data is for this VLAN. Now
Okay.
note, tagging only occur when the frame is sent out of a trunk port. Out
Yes.
here. Yes.
Like this print right now.
Yes. Traffic sent out of an access port is always untagged. Means if the traffic is coming here, data came here, and when it is sent to this appropriate VLAN, so here there will be no tag. Okay.
Yes.
Consider the following example to understand this mechanism. We already know. Okay. So
Yes.
here I have created this scenario, and according to this scenario I have created something. So you can read here, if
Okay.
PC0 sends a frame
Yes.
to PC1,
Yes.
no frame tagging will occur, right?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Because the frame never leaves switch A. Okay. And the frame
Yes.
stay within the own VLAN.
Yeah, and the same switch.
Yes, and in the same switch, so the data will be simply switched to PC1.
Yes.
Okay, now second condition, if PC0 sends frame to PC4, if PC0 sends the frame to PC4, okay,
Oh,
which is in VLAN 20. Can you
20.
see it now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, which is in a separate VLAN, but
But the same switch.
same switch. The frame never leaves this switch. Okay, frame tagging will not occur because
Okay.
PC1 is in a different VLAN.
Different
Okay, so the frame must be
routed.
routed. Okay, means the frame routed means it will look for routing. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
they want to communicate, and it do not belong to same
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 VLAN.
VLAN. Okay, so it will look for routing, because routing will help you for communicating, right?
Okay. SBI.
Yes, or inter VLAN switching.
Okay.
Okay, now come to the third condition. If PC0 sends a frame to
Yes.
PC2, okay,
Yes, sir.
which is in a separate VLAN
And a
and
separate
a
switch.
separate switch. The frame is sent out the trunk port to switch B, yes, of course, because to reach here I have to leave this trunk port, and then I will reach here.
Yes.
Okay, okay. The frame must be tagged as it
Yes.
sent out to the
The
trunk
trunk
port.
port.
The frame is tagged within with its VLAN ID, that, okay, I received. See, who is going to add tag? This switch will put tag. He will say that I received the data from VLAN 10. Okay, this VLAN 10 wants to communicate to another VLAN 10 people who is in a separate switch. So let me add here VLAN ID VLAN 10. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now, so the frame is tagged with its VLAN ID VLAN 10 in this example. When switch B will receive the frame, it will only forward it out of the ports which are in VLAN 10. Means, now see, so switch will not only forward to him, because this switch
Yeah.
behavior is what? First time broadcast. So this, instead of sending this guy, he will send to both person.
Yes.
Okay. And when the MAC address will be stored in his MAC table, no problem. Second time it will be unicast, but first time it will be broadcasted.
Okay.
That's why here is saying that it will be sent out from all the ports which belongs to VLAN 10. If switch
Yes.
B has PC2 MAC address in the table or MAC table,
Yes.
it will forward the frame only out of that appropriate port. Okay. If not, okay, are you understanding?
Broadcast.
Yes. If
Yes.
not, then it will broadcast to everyone who belongs to VLAN 10 in the same switch, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now the VLAN tag is removed from the frame
From if
before being forwarded
okay.
to PC2, okay, out
Ah,
of the port F0 by 1, which is in a
yes.
access port.
Access.
Okay. And why it has been removed from the switch? Because when even now, on maybe for example, even this switch will try to forward the same frame what he is receiving, but this PC will not understand, because PC do not understand the tagging. PC will
Okay.
understand the frame. Okay. PC
Okay.
will understand the packets, but it will not understand the tagging. So,
That
and tagging has
there's no
some
need.
kind of, in what you can say, it has some kind of weight, 4 byte,
Okay.
30 30 byte informations. ISL
Okay.
use 30 byte, and 802.1q use 4 byte. That's why we
Okay.
prefer 802.1q.
Good.
Okay. Now, so access port have no idea about the tagging. Same thing what I told you.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
overall concept how frame tagging is working. So we can say that upon receipt of the packet on the remote trunk
Trumpet.
link, okay, what we have here means, after on the receipt, okay, after receiving, see here, the
Yeah.
header are examined. Means, when the remote switch is receiving something, okay, it will examine the header, okay, and then
Yes.
the traffic is associated to the proper VLAN. It will check whether it is tagged to a proper VLAN or not. Okay. Then what he
Okay.
will do, he will remove the 802 dot
Head.
tagging, okay, or header from the frame, okay, and then traffic will be forwarded to the next port based on the MAC address of the VLAN. Same thing what we have understood. Now,
Okay.
second thing. Now tell me, this is little bit, I added because it is related to some kind of cloud service and virtualization. Okay, but
Okay.
I thought to add this. Okay, now tell me, is trunking is always used in switch, or we have some other devices who use trunking?
Always we use it always in switch, but when the switch is connected to the router, we can use trunk link.
Okay, we use trunk link. Okay, now let me show you one thing. See, when people is working, in the as a technical engineer, they should know.
Yes.
We have used virtualization, right?
Yes.
So this is my server, for example.
Okay.
Okay, I have one server one. You can see here. This is my server one. And this is my server two. Okay.
Okay.
Now here inside server, you have some virtualized system, right?
Okay.
One VM, related to virtualization, right?
Okay.
Now here also we have same thing. Here also we have same thing. Now what I did, the all VMs have numbers, VM1, VM2,
Okay.
something like that, right? You can understand. Now
Okay.
in when you will create virtualization, you have to create some virtual switch. Okay, in VM you can see is virtual switch. Okay, let me show you.
Okay.
Add it, virtual network editor.
Yes.
Have you heard about VMnet 1, VMnet virtual network 1 virtual? Have you seen this one?
N- No, no.
No.
I
How
haven't
no?
seen.
No problem. No, let me show you. You have seen this one, but maybe it is not in your mind. These LAN card, multiple LAN cards.
Okay. Okay. I can see it from here.
Yes. So whenever you have some
Okay.
kind of, VMware or virtualized system when you are using it, okay,
Okay.
in that condition you will have multiple LAN cards. Okay, and why you have
Yes.
multiple LAN cards? Because you are using multiple systems. So I am also
Okay.
using multiple systems. That's why I have multiple LAN card. Okay,
Okay.
so
It
now
seems like you did it with Microtik when we were in Douala.
yes, yes. Okay, see here you can let me explain you here. Maybe I have two virtual switch. Okay,
Okay.
virtual switch 1 and virtual switch
So,
2. So here I said this is my VNet 1, and this is my
okay.
VNet 2. It's same like a switch, okay?
Okay.
But as the system is virtualized, so switch is also virtualized. Okay, now I'm saying that if I'm adding these all PCs in VMnet 1, okay, and
Yes.
these all PCs in VMnet 2, here
Yes.
these all PCs in VMnet 1 and these all PCs in
Yes.
VMnet 2, okay,
Okay.
okay. So these all PCs which are added in VMnet 1, they will only communicate to these VMnet 1 computers.
Okay.
Okay, and here those PCs who are added in VMnet 2, they can communicate to other VMnet 2 people
Same.
or switch with another computers. Okay, now
Okay.
so here if you are coming, so inside the virtualization system, okay, we also create VLANs. Now see, this is my very, it's a long department, right? So this is what, this is my virtual switch, right? This is
Yes.
my virtual switch, right? So I said
Yes.
I have, see, I just added 4 computers, okay, but in the big organization you will find they will have, you
Ma-
know 20 VLANs, 30 VLANs, 50. So I will say that I have, let me put this two VLAN in these two computers in IT department,
Okay.
okay, and these two computers in sales depart or HR department, okay, VLAN 20. This is VLAN 10. So in this switch also you can create multiple VLANs subnets, okay. So
Okay.
this IT department will come here and he can only communicate to this IT department person, okay,
Okay.
because here also you are creating virtual switch. So whenever virtual switch concept is coming, so each and every options will come which is related to your physical switch.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why saying that using virtualization or some kind of servers run a hypervisor for the operating system and contain a virtualized switch, means virtual switch or VMnet, okay, or virtual net with the different VLANs. Okay, these servers provide connectivity via trunk port as well, means they also use trunking. So here
Yeah.
now where is that one? Okay, so here when this switch and this switch is communicating, right? So here also they are
Yes.
using virtual trunking.
Yeah. Everything's virtual.
Yes, because it's virtual, so everything is virtual.
Yes.
Okay, everything is virtual. So here what I mean to say that it doesn't mean that we always use this trunking VLANs in switch. Okay,
Okay.
in the physical switch we use in logical also.
Okay.
Okay, so we have seen that this option is what? This option is used to make trunking statically trunking, right?
Yes.
Yes. But before making this trunk, you have to make some kind of encapsulation.
Yes.
Okay. Now, verification of the trunking, we have already seen that. So interface trunk,
Shit.
right? Now, some points about trunk link. The trunk links are used to transport traffic of multiple VLANs between
Between
the
devices.
layer 2 devices, right? Or layer 3 devices, you can say. Typically based on two switches, okay?
Yes.
Okay, or you can say between the switches. Okay, now
Okay.
switch to router. We make
Yes.
trunk links. Do you know this one?
Yes.
Yes, we make trunk link
Yeah.
for,
Yeah. As for the router, you have to go there and put
yeah,
that
for
link.
inter VLAN.
Okay.
Okay, switch to switch we
Yeah.
already know. Okay, and
Yes.
switch to server also we make trunking.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, switch to server means suppose I have a very large server, this server. Okay, and this server
Okay.
is generating multiple traffic. Okay,
Okay.
so here what I will do, I see this server is coming and connecting to a physical switch. Okay, so from server LAN card to my switch LAN card. Okay, because see
Yes.
inside server
There's so
you
many
have
lines.
multiple, yeah, you are using virtual switch and you have multiple virtual subnets with
Device.
IT department or VLANs, and you wanted to
Yeah.
pass to this servers.
Another.
Okay,
Yes.
this one. Okay, because see this VMnet. Okay, this VMnet
Yes.
virtual and virtual you cannot connect with physical servers. So for connecting
Yeah.
physical server, of course you have here one LAN card. Okay, here you have one LAN card which is connecting to one physical switch, and this physical switch is connecting to physical port of this server. Okay,
Okay.
so here you should say that switch to switch, switch to router, and switch to server. Okay, now
Okay.
one question, can you make trunk link between switch to hub?
No.
Why? Yes.
Anyways, nowadays you do not use hop, so
No.
I don't know.
Okay, suppose if we are using hub, can we configure trunk?
No, no.
Because hub do not have
Because
memory.
hop is, yeah,
You
hop
cannot
is not
log
an
in this
intelligent.
hub. Hub is just like a normal device. You cannot configure it.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I thought I lost you.
No, no. Okay. Now, traffic sent over a trunk link receives a special trunking encapsulation. Okay.
Yes.
Now, normal Ethernet header does not have a field of VLAN number. Not Ethernet, I am asking. Okay.
Yes.
Only you have header with the frame.
Okay.
Okay. Now, ISL or 802.1q
.1.
headers are added to include these information. Which information? VLAN ID information, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, trunking encapsulation, both ISL and 802.1q means inter switch link, and 802.1q accomplish the same goal of encoding VLAN numbers into the frame header to separate the traffic, okay, each having its own feature, okay.
It supports.
Yes, each feature to supports the header format. See here, this is inter switch link header. So normally we have destination MAC, we have source MAC, Ethernet type, okay, then we have data, and then we have frame check sequence. This is normal, okay,
Okay.
this is normal your frame. But what he is adding 26 byte header and 4 byte frame check sequence, or you can say trailer, okay.
Okay.
Now ISL takes the Ethernet frame and encapsulate it with 26 byte header
Header.
and 4 byte ISL frame check sequence, means it check the frames whether it is corrupt or means it has some error or not, they check before forwarding. And
Okay.
end of the frame, means this add 4 byte end of the frame and 26 byte front of the frame, okay.
Okay.
Now the original frame is not modified, but in 802.1q the original frame is modified, right.
Right, yeah.
Here you can see, here we have seen it, right, this one. See,
Yes.
the original frame they modify and they put the tag inside the original frame. So
Okay.
I 802.1q use 4 byte information and ISL use 30 byte information, okay.
Yes.
So 26 byte header and 4 byte trailer, and which is known as frame check sequence. Now ISL is a Cisco proprietary, do not modify the original frame. Now add 30 byte separate encapsulation overhead on the data or on the frame, you can say. Now
Okay.
MTU size, by default you will see that the data sending has some kind of MTU which is known as frame check sequence. Uh, Frame check sequence. Data sending
Mm.
size has some kind of limitation which is known as 1500 byte, okay. So
Okay.
normally it is 1500 byte, okay, plus 18 byte is the information,
Okay.
okay. But when you will add these all informations, right, it can increase up to 1548 bytes, okay,
Okay. I
means
can see.
yes, 1400 1518 is there plus 30 byte, okay. So in network the latency will be there, means your data will reach in little bit delay,
Late, yep.
yeah. Now supports this ISL supports this all Ethernet. We are using Ethernet, so no problem. ISL supports token ring and FDDI. We are not using, but it was made by
No.
Cisco, okay.
Okay.
But it's legacy, okay. But but you can say it was when it has launched at that time, it was very important, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, but you can see here, but in some of the new platforms, it is not in use, you can say, and we have seen this practical with our switch also, right.
Yes.
Now verifying the trunk link, we have seen this one, how to verify, we have seen this one also. Now let's
Yes.
come to know about 802.1q trunking encapsulation protocol, also known as dot 1q, okay. So
Yes.
normally when you will type this command, so command is dot 1q, okay. Command is
Yes.
dot 1q, not 802.1q,
Yes.
yes. And it add 4 byte tag overhead with each frame, okay.
Yeah.
Now except for the frame of native VLAN, we will
Yes.
understand this native VLAN in, okay, after yeah, in coming this slide, okay.
Okay.
What is native VLAN? Because if you'll come here and if you're typing some command here, so interface sorry, so interface I'm saying, so
So Vlan
VLAN
Brief.
brief, see here, so
Okay.
interface trunk, sorry, so interface trunk, see we are getting some kind of native VLAN, right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now now so we'll see this native VLAN. Now 802 means 8.1q add 4 byte tag between the source and destination MAC address in the Ethernet type field, right?
Okay.
Okay, and MTU size is, see how it is. MTU size is
Yes.
1504, because 1500 is default MTU, and he's adding just 4 byte information with that, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, and it modifies the original frames, okay, and
Mm,
rebuild the trailer, okay, with FCS, and it modifies the frame. Why it's they modify? Because he's inserting the tag inside the frame, right?
yes.
Okay, it's IEEE, it's open standard. ISL is a Cisco proprietary. Okay, now native VLAN supported sent as a normal untagged Ethernet frame. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Now untagged means if VLAN 1, suppose I have some computer in VLAN 1, and if that computer is
Yes.
sending some data from this trunk link, okay, it
Yes.
the data is allowed. See, this link belongs to what? This link belongs to a specific VLAN or trunk link.
Trunk.
Trunk, okay, but the data is coming for VLAN 1. So
Yes.
normally what is the behavior of this trunk port? This trunk port will always put the VLAN ID for the frame which is passing from this link, right? But when the
Okay.
frame will come for VLAN 1, this link is not, or this trunk link is not going to put any type of frame on this, sorry, any type of tagging on this frame.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why it is written
Okay.
here that native VLAN is supported, and native VLAN is always sent as a as a normal untagged Ethernet frame. Okay,
Okay.
this we will come to know when we will learn about MPLS. Okay,
Okay. Multiple tag
okay,
on a single.
because MPLS is also it's level switching. Okay, multi protocol level switching. So we'll see that one. Okay, now here how to configure, we have seen this one, how to configure
Yes.
.1q trunking encapsulation on a trunk link. Okay,
Yes.
verification also we have seen.
Yes.
Dynamic switch port using DTP dynamic trunking protocol. Okay,
I've
so
seen.
the trunk frame tagging protocol can be used as a auto negotiated by using Cisco proprietary protocol. Okay,
Yeah.
means what? DTP is what? DTP is a Cisco proprietary. Okay,
Yes.
and DTP you will find only in the Cisco switches. You will not find this DTP in other switches. Okay, that's why in other switches
Yeah.
they directly use 802.1q.
Okay.
Now DTP is used to automatically establish a trunk link between capable ports. Capable means what? When you are or dynamic auto or dynamic
Mm.
desirable, then I can become automatic trunk, right? Okay, but when
Yes.
you are static access, I cannot become,
Oh.
yes. Now,
Mm.
but this is unsecure method. Okay,
Okay.
unsecure means, see, if it is dynamic negotiation is on, and always switch is connected, maybe if any hacker will try to enter in the network, he can negotiate, and he can get all the details, right, of the
Yes.
VLANs. Okay, now it is saying that it is always a good practice to make all the trunk links manually.
My. Yes.
Now, dynamic switch ports automatically choose whether to run in access or trunking mode. Okay, so when the
Yes.
DTP is negotiating, DTP is what? DTP is a broadcast or multicast. It's a multicast. That's why they use their own multicast MAC address.
Market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now DTP has two mode. We have came to know dynamic desirable and dynamic auto. Okay.
Okay.
Attempt here is saying dynamic desirable is what? It attempts to negotiate a trunk
Trunk.
with the other end of the switch, and it start negotiation. But here it wait
Yes.
for the negotiation, right? Auto
Yeah,
is
from the
ready to
network.
be negotiated, but it wait for the negotiation message.
Yes.
Okay. Now, depending on the switch model, we have seen that depending on the switch model and iOS version, okay,
Yes.
maybe some switch port status can be dynamic auto or dynamic desirable. So most of the switches
Mm.
you will see only dynamic auto, not desirable. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so if you want to verify the status of the port, you can see with, and we have seen it is dynamic auto. Now,
Yes.
switch can have two type of modes. Switch port modes. Okay, switch port modes is this
Mm.
one. So interface E3/3 switch port. This one. Okay, this one.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Administrative.
switch port mode is divided into two mode: administrative mode and operational mode.
Operational mode. Okay.
Yes. So administrative means if you'll make static access, right?
Okay.
If you'll make a static access manually, then the port
Yes.
behavior will be
Access
access, right?
port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll make trunk, static trunk, so it will become trunk.
Trunk.
Now, but if you will make this as a dynamic auto,
Yes.
both side, dynamic auto, then what will the link will be?
Access.
Operational mode will be access. But if I will
Yes.
make as a dynamic desirable,
Yes.
okay, then the port operational will be
Trunk.
trunk. And this negotiation we have already seen this one, right? So I
Yep.
just
Yep.
kept
Yeah.
as for example here. Okay.
Okay.
Now administrative mode, the mode configured by the network administrator, this administrative mode. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
This administrative mode, this too is configured by administrator, and this is also configured by administrator. This is default, right?
Yes.
But operational mode is not configured by administrator. It is default on the behalf of what you have selected here, right?
Okay. I see.
Okay. Operational mode, the mode in which the port is working right now. Okay.
Okay.
Whether it
The
will be
default
access or whether it will be trunk.
trunk.
Yes. Now, so we have seen if it is dynamic auto, okay, so it will become access. If it is dynamic desirable, it will become as a
Trunk.
trunk. Okay. But here, the operational mode on both side, okay, must be same, whether it is trunk
Same
or whether it is access. But normally we
access.
make as a trunk, right?
Okay.
Now, encapsulation protocol, we have .1q, ISL,
Eh,
right? This is
yes.
encapsulation. And negotiate. When they will negotiate, they will make what? They will, when they will automatic negotiate, they will make as a
ISL
ISL.
or
We have seen it, right?
yes.
Okay. So this is encapsulation mode, .1q and ISL and negotiation. Okay. But
Yes. Yes.
after this encapsulation manually change, after manually configuration, the operational mode will be 802.1q.
Dot.
If you will make 802.1q, the operational mode will be 802.1q, right? Okay. If
Yes.
I will make ISL, it will work as a ISL,
ISL.
right? And if I will negotiate, right?
To put ISL.
No, if I will negotiate, then it will
Yeah.
depend which type of encapsulation you have used. See here,
Okay.
if I will come here, no problem. Let me show you one thing. Let me come here, conf t interface E3/3
Yes.
switch port mode access. Okay,
Yes.
come here, conft interface E3/3 switch port mode access. And now if you are coming here to verify, so interface
E,
trunk to see there is, yes, there is no trunk, then so
yeah.
interface E3
E,
slash 3
6,
switch port. Okay, now see static access because I made it manually, right?
yes.
Administrative trunking encapsulation dot one q. Why?
Yes.
Why it is there dot one q? Because I have already
You
made
put,
trunking. Remember encapsulation. But
you
see, if
put
I
it
will change it,
manually.
conf t interface E3/3 switch port encaps switch port trunk encapsulation ISL.
Dot,
Okay, and now if you will check with this command,
okay.
see,
ISL.
okay, and remember by default it is ISL. That's why in the first time it
Yes.
made with ISL. But if you want to
Yes.
negotiate, no problem, you can negotiate,
Okay.
and if you want to change the protocol, you can change it.
Okay.
Okay, so here it is saying that administrative mode means encapsulation if you are making dot one q, and when it will
And when it
negotiate it will
changes,
become dot one q, right? Okay,
yes.
and if you are using ISL and you are negotiating, it will become ISL. But if you are using
Yes.
default, okay, default negotiation, so default negotiation as per some of the switches they support ISL, right?
ISL.
But if some switches is supporting dot one q, so the negotiation protocol will be dot one q.
Okay.
Okay, but manually you did encapsulation dot one q and negotiation, so it will become dot one q
Okay. In packet tracer by default
is
is
ISL.
one dot one Q.
Is it dot one
Packet
q?
tracer.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's dot one Q.
Okay, okay. So this negotiation information of trunking protocol is carried by DTP messages from the switch to switch. So these all negotiation messages from one switch to another switch is carried by dynamic trunking protocol.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember, by default, negotiation encapsulation is set to all the switches. Okay, all the switches you will find some default negotiation. So if
Yes.
the switches on both sides support ISL, the trunking encapsulation will be used by ISL. Okay,
Yes.
but if one switch does not support ISL, okay,
Yeah.
so dot one
Dot
q
one
will
Q
be
is
selected as
selected.
the trunking encapsulation.
Okay.
Okay, because see, you are Cisco and I am non-Cisco, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Cisco support ISL and dot one q, and non-Cisco only
Yes.
support dot one q. So the encapsulation will
So
be what?
dot one Q.
Dot one q.
Yeah.
Okay. So how to manually change the encapsulation type? We have changed this one, right? We have seen it.
Yes.
We just
Yes.
changed. Okay. How to verify the DTP information on the trunk link? We have seen this one. See here. TTP is on.
Interface.
See right now, trunking is off. Why trunking is off?
Because we put it in access.
Access. Very good. That's why trunking is off. And if you are coming here, okay, so interface
Trunk.
E3 by
E3.
3 switch port.
Okay.
See, here is also off because I made it manually access.
Access to.
Yes. Now, so if it is off, we have seen why it is off, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, dynamic trunking protocol negotiation. So if you'll make ISL, then it will become trunk 802.1 trunk, or maybe it will be access port. Okay, so your
Yes.
port will work as a ISL trunking or 802.1 q trunking or access port, right?
Oh, access port. Yes.
And this is very much important. DTP frame or DTP information is shared between the switches in every
30
30
seconds.
seconds. Now, how to configure DTP mode on the interface? We have already seen this one. How? Okay, switch port mode
Yes.
dynamic desirable. See, DTP will
Yes.
only work when you will keep dynamic desirable or dynamic auto.
What?
Okay,
Okay.
now if I will manually configure the trunk link on switch 1, so on switch 2,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
if you will manually configure trunk link on switch 1 and switch 2, the link will be trunk. If you will
Yes.
configure manually trunk link
Trunk.
on switch 1 and you will make as a dynamic desirable or dynamic auto, then the link will become
Trunk.
trunk. If on both side you will make dynamic desirable, then it will be trunk.
Trunk.
If it is dynamic desirable one side and one side auto, so the link will be
Trunk too.
trunk. But here see, do you have any kind of encapsulation protocol written here?
No.
No. But if someone will say that, okay, which encapsulation protocol they will be using? By default, they will use ISL if you are
Okay.
using Cisco switches.
Okay.
Okay. But in the old switches, but in the new switches, you will see this is also but 15.4 or 15.6 I have some switches. In that, you will see that ISL is not there. ISL is not supported.
Okay. But the last version was 15.2, right?
No, 15.6 is the latest.
Ah, okay.
Now, a trunk link will never form if both sides of the links are configured as a
Dynamic
dynamic
auto.
auto. It is the best practice to manually configure the trunk links to avoid DTP negotiation error. Okay.
Yes.
Now DTP is also it has a weakness. Okay, it's a vulnerable. Uh, so a spoofing attack can be happen in your network. So better to off DTP. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now how to off DTP? I can show you here with this practical. One is with the default when I made it access. But if you are coming
Okay.
here, conf t interface e3/3 switch port trunk encapsulation.1q, then switch port
Yes.
mode trunk, come here to this switch one, conf t interface e3/3 switch port
Yes. Trunk
trunk
encapsulation.
encapsulation.1q, then switch port mode trunk,
Trunk.
and then if you're checking here on switch 1, so interface E3/3 switch port. Now you can see here trunking is on, right? But now my
Yes.
friend tell me I made it statically, right?
Yes.
Then why I have kept it this as on?
Because you made both sides
Yes. So
manually trunk. Trunk.
yes. So if I made it both side manually, right?
Yes.
Then what is the need of automatic trunking? Why DTP message is moving? See my friend. If my I made this link as this link manually, right?
Yes.
Then why DTP message is moving from here to here in every 30 seconds? I made it manually, right? So no need of
Yes. You
DTP.
made
I want to stop this one because if it negotiation is on, right? Okay, maybe hacker
yes.
can come and try to negotiate with me.
Okay.
Okay, see, if hacker switch will come here, for example, hacker switch will come here like switch 3. Okay, and here
Okay.
is this is trunk, right?
Yes.
This
Can
is
made it
trunk, and
dynamic
here
variable.
yeah, and here I will make as a auto, right?
Yes.
So automatically I will make a trunk link with the switch.
Yes, I see.
Yes, that's why you have to come in the switch and you have to say conf t interface e3/3. Okay, then you have to say here no
Negotiate.
negotiate switch port, I think yes. Switch port, no switch port negotiate.
Okay.
Negotiate. Yes. No negotiate, sorry. No negotiate this command. Okay. So you come here on this switch also if you want to verify. So
So
interface E3/3 switch port. You see I made it manually, but negotiation is
yes.
on. So for
On.
yes, so I'll come here conf t interface E3/3, then no switch port, no
Yes.
negotiate. And now if you are verifying on switch 1, so interface like this, see, negotiation is on.
Should wait small.
It should off. Trunking, negotiation on trunking is on. Okay, no problem. Let's see. So interface trunk. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll see that command. Okay, but it is no negotiate.
Okay.
Okay, switch port. Okay, okay. Switch port, no negotiate. Sorry.
Yeah, we
No.
put it no before.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. No means to remove, to on this one. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
interface.
No means you on it.
Yes, E3/3 switch port, no negotiate. Sorry.
Yes.
Conf t interface E3/3 switch port, no negotiate. Okay, and now if you're checking it, okay, see now it is off. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
okay. If you're coming here also, you can see here off. And
Okay.
to on, you have seen that how to on because we have.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you come here
Because
interface E3/3. Okay, no switch port,
no.
no
Okay.
negotiate. That's it. And if you'll come here to see, it is on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have seen this one also. Now,
Yes.
note manually configuring the switch port as trunk port does not,
Disable the DTP.
and we have seen this one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to configure it separately by using the interface submode no negotiate,
Mm,
right, command 2, which is
mm,
mentioned above, okay, and below also here, right?
okay.
So we
Yes, I can
normally
see.
make this manual trunk and off the negotiation, right?
Yes.
Okay, verification, let's verify with this command.
But if I bring my switch and then I put this one, I put switch port mode trunk on it with encapsulation everything, and then I connect it to the port that you put it negotiate. Can I get the trunk link?
No, come again with your question.
Like right now you put switch port no negotiate, right?
Yes.
So it means that if I put my switch in dynamic auto or dynamic desirable, I cannot get connected, right?
No, here means in switch one, what you want to make?
No, this one is switch one and switch two. You put it in switch mode trunk, both
Okay,
of them, right?
on switch one.
Yeah, both of them non-negotiate, right?
Yes.
Okay, so right now I bring the third switch
Okay,
and then I put my third switch in switch port mode trunk.
No, but third switch you are connecting to which port?
Okay, so this is the problem.
Yes,
Okay,
because here the
I have
trunking is
my
on
answer.
port basis,
Yeah,
not on the
yeah,
full switch basis.
yeah, yeah. It is already connected to that port. Yeah.
Yes. So you have to connect with
So the
another
other
port.
port.
So another port has different functions, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Okay. So if you're coming here on switch 2, if you want to see that, okay, on which port I have disabled the no negotiation, right? Because see here, if you are coming here
Yes,
conf t, no, sorry,
yes.
so interface brief. So IP interface brief. See, you have multiple interfaces, right? Can you see here?
Yes, yes.
So if you are coming here and typing here, so interface 3/2 switch port.
Okay.
So interface 3
Three
slash
slash 10.
okay, see here. Here is also on, right?
Yes.
So what
Yeah.
you have to do, what normally they say, that you have to come to conf t conf t, and here you have to write like interface range command with ethernet, something
Yes.
like that. And okay, then you have to write for example, let's take some ethernet. um, let's take 202
Two, three.
23 20223. Okay,
Okay.
ethernet 2/023. Okay, and then here
Yes.
you have to write switch port no negotiate, right?
Okay.
Okay, and it is saying that, see, no negotiation will not work because right now dynamic auto is there. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so normally in this case you have to run that command, no switch port no negotiate. Okay, and then
Okay.
you run that command.
Okay.
Okay, okay, now let's try that one. Interface include no. Now see,
Okay.
here we wanted to use this command, interface switch port include new negotiate switch port. See, not this one. Interface. Okay, no problem. We have used the E2/0, right?
Yes.
So no problem. Okay, see it, but it should off. I don't know what it. See, conf t interface E2/0 switch port no negotiate, enter. Is saying that conflict between no negotiate and dynamic
And
status on. Okay,
yes.
no switch port with independent, no.
The second one here.
Then try, no, I think, see, it's saying that dynamic auto is there. Okay, so what,
Yes.
it's simply what you can do if you want to off it manually, right? So you simply come with that
Okay.
command,
Okay.
range.
Switch.
Okay, switch port mode access, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
and when it is access, now you verify it is off. Okay, so you
Okay.
have multiple options to off it. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so here it is in you will try it will work. Oh, this is a command, it should work. Okay, how to
Okay.
enable.
Yes.
See, this is command to enable it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and when you will remove this one, we will use only this one to disable it,
To yeah, to off it. Yeah.
of it. Or disabling is very easy. Okay, you just made it as a access, it will automatically disable. Okay, how to verify
Yes.
dtp, we have seen that. Okay,
Sure.
with the interface trunk. Okay, so interface trunk, you can verify whether which type of trunking is running, and with this
Yes.
also you can verify.
Cool.
Okay, how to verify dtp packets? As I told you, they you send the dtp information in every 30 seconds. So what we can do,
Yes.
so first we have to enable the negotiation. So we have to come here, interface e3/3. Okay, switch port mode. Okay, dynamic
Yes.
desirable, right?
Okay.
Switch port, now negotiate. Okay, now you come here, switch one, conf conf t, interface e3/3, switch port mode, switch port mode dynamic desirable. Okay, and now
Yes.
if you're checking here, so interface trunk. Okay,
Mm.
okay, dynamic desirable and trunking is there. Okay,
Yes.
no problem. So we both is dynamic desirable. So interface trunk. Okay, so one, let's make one as a auto. Okay,
So yes.
conf t, interface e3/3, switch port mode
More
dynamic
dynamic.
auto. Should say as a, okay, no problem. Then what we can say here, debug dtp, uh,
Status.
dtp what, dtp, let's type dtp all. Let's try.
Okay.
Okay, dtp packets we should write, no problem.
Okay.
So if you'll see here, see, my god, let's
Yes.
off that on all. Okay,
All.
so now you type here debug dtp packets. Okay, now see, in 30 seconds you will receive some kind of messages.
Okay.
See here, dtp trunking message. Okay, see here, 802.1q. Can you see
Yes.
here? So these all status will be okay. See,
Yes. I see
good
it.
good dtp packet received.
Yes.
Okay, so these all messages there. Okay, see here. You'll type. You'll see here. Type
Okay.
negotiate kind of message. You will receive. Okay, and it is not with the single interface. See, every interface you will see here. E1, E2, E0, E3. Okay, because everyone
Yes.
is
Send it.
generating dtp message. Why? Because trunking is on all the interfaces, right? That's why you have to
Yes.
off trunking, encapsulate. Sorry, trunking on all ports. Why? Because unnecessary your switch will generate dtp message in every 30 seconds.
Okay.
So this is for practice switch. That's why there's no problem. But in the production environment, you have to on it. Sorry, you have to off it.
Okay.
Okay. Why to disable dtp? Let's say on the both sides of the link, I have configured the trunk port manually using the following command, okay, with the switch port
Yes.
mode trunk, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, but now when I have manually created the trunk link, DTP should be
Turn off.
turned on, okay.
Uh,
And why you have know that, okay, they can normally in every 30 seconds it generates some kind of message, so unnecessary message will be there in your network, right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now to disable DTP, we have seen it's how we can disable DTP, right?
Yes. Non-negotiable.
Okay, troubleshooting trunk links.
Okay.
Troubleshooting trunk link is a trunk link requires several parameters to be configured identical on both switches, right?
Okay.
Means trunk
Yes.
mode should be same. Means I am using ISL and you are using it this one dot one q. So
That
it
one.
will not form trunk link. Okay. Oh, sorry, mode I am saying. Okay, mode trunking mode.
Yes.
Okay, trunking mode is this one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here I'm using a static access, so that side also you use static access or any type of thing. Okay, if I'm using this side, okay, this time I'm using dynamic desirable, so this side also you use. Okay, and
Yes.
tagging is what? Where is that? Okay, okay, tagging protocol what I'm using ISL or dot one q, that should be same. Trunk mode, if I'm
Yes.
using access this side, that is manual access, right? Static access. So this side also you
Yes.
use a static access, right? If I'm using this side a static trunk, so you use a static trunk this side. Native
Yes.
VLAN must be same. Okay,
Yes.
the native VLAN, I'll show you this native VLAN practice. Okay, allowed VLAN must be
Okay.
same. See, allowed VLAN and native VLAN. If you're coming on switch one, you see here allowed VLAN. Okay, I will show you about this practical
Yes.
about allowed VLAN and this. Okay,
Okay. Let's see.
now VTP domain. Okay, so VTP domain, when you know VTP, virtual trunking
Yes.
protocol, to propagate your VLAN information from one
The
switch to
VLAN
another
here. Configure the
domain.
server, the
Okay,
server, the
yes, server,
client,
client, and transparent. So in that case,
transparent.
your domain should be same. Means if I am belonging
Yeah.
to abc.com domain, so the other switch must belongs to abc domain. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
okay. See here. This is your native VLAN
Yes.
practical. Okay,
Okay.
see here native VLAN is 999. Okay,
Yes.
and here native VLAN is double
Yes.
nine.
Double
Okay,
nine.
yes. So maybe if sometime people make mistakes. Okay, so if native VLAN is not same, okay, so at that time your trunking will create problem. Okay,
Yes.
now trunk port VLAN membership. Okay,
So
so
the best way is to leave it in the one, the
yes,
native
but
VLAN.
normally
Yeah.
in the organization you will not find one, because hackers know
Yeah.
that
That
VLAN 1 always generate
that
untagged frame.
okay, so better to change it.
Yes, better to change it. I'll show you. Okay,
Okay.
allowed VLAN. Okay, see, uh, okay, after allowed VLAN I will show you the trunking practical. Okay, trunking native
Okay.
VLAN. Okay, so let's
Okay.
work on allowed VLAN first. Okay,
Okay.
now see allowed VLAN practical. Now, so if you am coming here on this switch, so interface trunk, my allowed VLAN is same here. Even on my
Yes.
switch 2, so interface trunk, my allowed VLAN is same, right? Means PC1
Yes.
who belongs to this VLAN, okay, VLAN 10, can easily come here and communicate to this VLAN, right? Okay,
Yes.
now if you are coming here, see PC1 can communicate to 10.0.0.6, no problem, they are communicating. Okay, but if you will come
Yes.
on this switch and you will say that conf t on the trunk interface. Allowed VLAN
Okay.
configuration is always on the trunk interface. So interface E3 slash
A
3
three
switch
six
port
port allowed
trunk
trunk
allowed. Okay, so you want to allowed which VLAN? So how many VLAN? By VLAN 1,
okay
comma,
and 20
okay, 10 but no 20, or for example 20 no 10. Okay,
nothing is
and then exit. And if you are typing this command, see, only 1 and 20 is allowed, right? And if you are
yes
coming on switch, this, see, here 1, 10 and 20 is allowed. But if you'll come on this
yes
PC and now if you are trying to communicate, see, there is no communication.
yes
Okay, so
it is not
this,
allowed.
yes, so maybe if you made some kind of mistake like this, then this will not work. See,
Okay.
the trunk link is working. 20 can communicate to 20. See here, if 20
Yes.
PC3, is it PC3?
PC.
Yes, PC3. So
Yes,
PC3
PC three
wants to communicate to 10.0.0.7. Yes, they are communicating. Only VLAN 10 will having problem.
cannot
If, okay,
communicate.
if VLAN 10 of this switch 2, which is
Yes.
PC5, wants to communicate to 10.0.0.0.1, both.
Okay.
Why? See, same
Yes.
problem. If
Yes.
PC6
No problem.
wants to communicate to ping
To PC.
10.0.0.0.2, same problem. Why?
Yep.
Because when it is coming, this trunk link will not accept,
Allow
and
it.
yeah, and means any kind of transaction will not work on this trunk link here. No
Yes.
inbound, no outbound related to VLAN 10. Okay, because
Yes.
it is not allowed. But when you will come here on this switch and say conf t interface E3 by 3 switch port trunk allowed VLAN. So are you going to allowed if you are going to, maybe if you have what you can say, maybe like 50 VLANs. So are you going to write
Yes.
comma 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 like that?
No, dash is better.
So what you will write?
One
No, add,
or add. Okay.
add, add. I think VLAN 10. No, only 10. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
okay. And now if you are coming here, see, 10 is added, and now the communication will start. PC1, PC6. It will take some time, 30 seconds listening, learning, and then I think it
Yes.
will. Okay, just wait. So here you can see here you have some exceptions how to configure allowed VLAN. So if you are writing add means you can add some specific VLANs. Okay, if
Okay.
you write all, okay, so all will
Okay.
be added. If you will say except means all VLAN except this VLAN. Okay,
Okay.
and now you'll see none means remove all VLANs. Okay,
Okay.
or you want to remove a specific VLAN.
Okay. Remove 10 from.
Yes. Okay, now try. Yes, now it's communicating.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
it's okay.
yeah, they take 30 second listening, learning.
Yes.
Okay, now what is native VLAN? See, it is a VLAN that requires no tagging. Okay, by default the native VLAN is VLAN 1, but it can be changed on the trunk link. So if you're coming here on this trunk link, and if you're checking here, so interface trunk, so what is your native VLAN 1? But maybe I will say that my native VLAN is, I will configure some VLAN here. Okay, I will say VLAN 99. Let's make this one. as per scenario. Okay, then I will say name is test or something like that. Okay, and then exit.
Okay.
So here you have to come here, interface trunk, interface e3/3. Here you have to make as a native, what command is switch port trunk. I forget to, every command is related to switch port. Switch port.
Yes.
Okay, then you can see here.
Trunk. Not
Okay,
trunk.
yes, trunk, and then put question mark, and then you can see here native. Okay,
Native.
okay, so you see here native. So which, so I'm using 99. Okay,
Yes.
native VLAN 99, native VLAN 99. Okay, and now if you
Okay.
close this one, just close. See here, so interface trunk. Here you are using 99, right? And here on
Yes.
switch 2 you are using VLAN 1.
One.
Okay, okay, okay. So this is also not correct because your trunking, sorry, your native VLAN must be same on both sides. So you come here. You are not getting some message, I think, because we have created it manually. But when it is, negotiation, when DTP message will run, at that time they will give
Yes.
you some inconsistent port or something like that. Okay, so you come here, interface e3/0, switch port trunk native VLAN 99. Okay, so when you made native VLAN 99, do you have native VLAN 99? No, on the switch 2.
No.
So you come here, VLAN 99, exit,
Yes.
and now if you check here, so interface trunk. Okay, so the benefit of this you will see here now. Okay, so we have seen about allowed VLAN, native VLAN. We have seen that native VLAN is used to send untagged frame. But now see, remember, native VLANs are only supported on
Mm.
802.1q trunk
Trunk
links.
links.
Okay, so if you are coming here, okay, so encapsulation you have to use 802.1q, not ISL. Okay, I'll show you one
Yes.
practical. Okay, with this native VLAN, ISL does not support untagged traffic.
Traffic.
Okay, and will always tag
Tag frame.
frame for all the frames. Which one? ISL. But
Okay.
this one, 802.1q will not tagged for native VLAN. Okay, and he's saying that
Okay.
when you are using 802.1q, you must configure the identical native VLAN on both switches. Okay, so trunk
Yes.
link basically they use in these type of devices. Maybe trunk link, I'm saying native VLAN. See, this is your switch, right? Maybe your switch is connected to another switch, but in the middle you have
Hop.
hub. So in that case you have to make this link this. Okay, because by default this hub will be in which one, in VLAN 1. Okay,
Yes.
so any system, okay, if you have some system here, right? Okay,
Okay.
and you have some system here. Okay, and you want to communicate with this system from here,
Mhm.
okay, to here. Okay, from to this system. So you add this
Okay.
system in native VLAN, whether it is VLAN
Okay.
99 or VLAN 1. So when this system will send any information, so there will be no tag. So it will come to hub will understand the frame because there is no tagging. So it will come here and it will
Okay.
receive. Okay,
Communicate with.
and when there is some kind of tag, so it will come to hub, and hub has the broadcasting feature. It will broadcast to this switch, and switch will receive the tag.
Okay.
I have some. Okay, now why should we change our native VLAN? Because native VLAN we change for our traffic. Okay, normally your CDP means Cisco Discovery Protocol, Spanning Tree Protocol, DTP. Okay, they all are advertised with the help of default native VLAN, which is VLAN 1. Okay,
Yes.
but normally we change our native VLAN for security reason.
Okay.
This we have seen how to this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now native VLAN why is written here? Use this same command on both
Both
sides
sides.
of the trunk link.
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is the lab which I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Okay, let me show this lab to you too, so you can understand the trunk native VLAN. Switch trunk trunk link. Let me on all the devices. Now take console. So VLAN brief. Okay, see here. I made VLAN 10 here.
Yes.
Okay, if you are coming on this switch, so VLAN 10. So VLAN brief. Sorry. Okay, it's there, but there is no port, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There's no
So what
question.
we are going to do? Come to switch 1, conf t, interface E0/1,
Plus one
switch port mode access,
access.
switch port
Access.
access VLAN 10.
Content.
Exit. Okay, VLAN 10, and we have to create VLAN 20 also. VLAN 20. Exit, because we have two VLAN here.
Yes.
Okay. Now you come to switch 2. See, we have VLAN 20, right? Okay,
Yes.
no problem. Here we have VLAN 10, here we have VLAN 20. So in VLAN 20 we have to add this E0/1. So I'll come here conf t interface E0/1, switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN
VLAN.
20. And if you want to verify, you can see here ports are added there.
Yes.
Okay, ports are added. Now trunk link 802.1q, then we will use ISL. Okay, so
Okay.
first we will use 802.1q, means dot 1q.
One Q.
So dot 1q, I'll come to switch. First check the interface. So interface trunk, no trunk interface. Okay, so we wanted to make negotiation, right? So
Yes.
conf t interface E0/0, switch
Yes.
port trunk encapsulation.1q, and then switch port
Mode.
mode uh,
Dynamic.
dynamic
Desirable.
desirable. Okay, no manual. Okay,
Okay.
then if you are checking here, so interface trunk, yes, you have trunk. And if you are coming to
Yes.
switch to, so interface trunk, you have negotiated, right? And now you have trunk
Yes.
here. Now on PC1, let's put IP address IP 10.0.0.1
One.
255000.
Okay.
PC2 IP 10.0.0.0.2 255000. Now according to you, this belongs to VLAN 10, this belongs to VLAN 10, and this belongs to
Yes.
VLAN 20. Okay, now tell me,
Yes.
do you think then they will communicate?
No.
No, right?
Yes. They will not communicate.
They will not communicate. Okay, now if you are trying to communicate ping 10.0.0.2,
To
no negotiation, no communication, right? But okay,
communication.
if,
Yes.
yes, but if you will see here, see here, conf t interface E3/3 switch port trunk native VLAN 10 exit. Right now native VLAN is 1, but I changed to 10. Now come to switch conf t interface E3 sorry, I made mistake
There's
here. Interface
yes. Yeah.
E0 by,
I'm doing that.
okay,
Is
no
zero
problem.
by zero.
Let's come to switch 1.
Yes.
First let's do the changes there. We know something like
Is
that, right?
yes.
Okay, conf t interface E0 by 0. Okay, switch
Yes.
port trunk native VLAN 10. So here I made native
Okay.
VLAN 10, and I came to
Okay.
switch 2. I said switch port trunk native VLAN 20, right? Okay,
Yes.
see here, I'm getting native VLAN mismatch. Can you see here?
Yes.
This is the first
Yes.
error.
Yes.
And now if you're checking here, so
Maybe now.
VLAN, so interface trunk. Okay, so here native is 20 and here native is
10.
10.
Yes.
Okay, and now if PC1 wants to communicate to, see here, can you see?
Yes, I can see.
So why they are communicating? Why? Because according to
It's,
theoretical part of this, what you can say, this, see here is saying that by default the native VLAN is not tagged. Okay, now
yes.
see, according to this scenario, this PC, when this PC is sending some data, okay, frame, okay, so when this PC is sending some frame or data, so it is coming to switch. Okay, so switch
Okay.
received the frame from native VLAN, right, which is 10. So for native VLAN,
Yes.
this dot one q will not put any kind of tagging.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so when the data will come here, so this is what, this is just a frame, no VLAN
Yes.
information. Okay, and when the
Yes.
data is coming, so yes, you belong to 10.0 and I also belong to same network, so I will communicate.
Okay.
Are you understanding why they do not communicate? Why? Because when they put tag with the frame that okay, you belong to 10, so when it is coming here
Yes.
it will add tag, and then he will come here, he will say okay, let me send to 10. Okay, there is no 10, so in that condition they will not communicate. But if they will not put tag, so of course they will communicate.
Okay.
Okay, now let me put the encapsulation this to ISL. Okay,
Okay.
and see, you are getting this message, CDP native VLAN mismatch, right?
Yeah, need to do a mismatch.
Okay, so conf t, I'll come here, interface E3/3 switch
E
port.
zero. E zero.
Again, yeah, every time I'm making this mistake. Interface E0 by 0 switch port
Yes.
trunk encapsulation ISL, right?
But yes.
Switch interface E0 by 0 switch port trunk encapsulation ISL.
Okay.
Okay, and now let's verify. So interface E0 by 0 switch port. Why is not working? So interface
Show
E0 by
interface.
0 switch port. Okay, now see, encapsulation is this one now. Okay,
Yes,
and
yes.
if you will see that it is native VLAN, so interface E0 by 0 switch port same ISL. Okay, and if you'll check
Yes.
here, so interface trunk, okay, ISL, right? Okay,
Yes.
native VLAN is
Encapsulation is
10,
set.
and here native VLAN is, so interface
Um,
trunk and native VLAN is 20 here. Okay, and
yes.
now if PC1 wants to communicate, no communication. Why? Because ISL will
Do not
send,
target.
no, ISL will send native VLAN also with the, so for ISL, now see,
Okay.
802.1q do not add frame tagging with the native
Okay.
VLAN, understood?
Yes.
But ISL add tagging for all VLANs, whether it is native VLAN or normal VLAN.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
I see.
okay, so we have seen this one, this practical. So okay, so with the dot one q you have seen they are communicating, but you see here
Yes.
PC1 and 2 will communicate with the above example. We have seen this one, and PC1 and
Yes.
PC2 will not communicate here in this above example, right?
Yes.
Okay, how to delete VLANs we have already seen. How to know, you can run no VLAN. Okay,
Yeah. No. Villain.
or you can, so see, this is one file, you know, the VLAN informations are saved in VLAN .dat file. Okay, so let me show
Yes.
you one thing here. If you are coming here, see, so flash is not showing here, so you just type here dir. Okay, see here, so VLAN is saved in the VLAN.dat file.
Yes.
Okay, so you can delete this file to delete everything, or very simple, you come here, no need to delete the database. So come here, conf t no VLAN from 1 to
Yes.
4095, delete it. Okay,
Okay.
4094. Okay, delete it, see. And now if you'll check here, so VLAN brief, so VLAN brief, there is no VLANs.
No villain. Yes.
Okay, so there are many commands. Okay, okay, VLAN information is not saved in the NVRAM. VLAN is stored in the sorry,
RAM.
I
In the
have
flash
written,
memory.
yeah, it is not saved in the RAM, it is saved in the NVRAM, which is flash memory. Okay,
Yes.
and when you want to delete to the entire VLAN information, so you can delete it with the VLAN file which I have shown you.
Okay.
Okay, and these are some kind of troubleshooting examples, like let's see interface F0 by 3 in the VLAN 10 I deleted. Okay,
Okay.
and now see the problem. See, I'll show you the practical with this, so no problem. Let me come here, conf t.
Okay.
Okay, first we have to say VLAN VLAN 10. Okay, okay, see, I deleted VLAN 10, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now you can see here, so VLAN brief, so VLAN 10 was associated with which port? E0 by 1, right?
Yes.
But
Easier
where
one.
can you see here E0 by 1? No, it's there.
Yes, I can
No,
see
I
it. Yeah.
created VLAN 10, that's why it came here. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
What I can show you here, conf t, no VLAN 10. Okay, and now if you are checking here, see here, can you see that E0 by 1, this interface,
No.
this one,
No.
E0 by 1 is not there? Can you see?
Yeah, it's
No.
not there.
Okay, and even trunk is also not there, is 0 by 0,
Yes.
right? So you will not
Yes.
find trunk, and you will not find the interface information which was already associated with any other VLAN. So if you delete
Okay.
VLAN, so the ports will be there, but it will be hidden. Okay,
Okay.
yes, so you have to come here and you have to say that, okay, interface
Okay.
E0
Zero
slash
slash one
1, then you have to say here, so
one
switch
one
port.
slash one slash one.
Okay, exit slash 1, then you have to simply say
Yes.
switch port access VLAN
Access one.
1, and now if you check here, see, then this E0 by 1 will come here.
Okay.
Okay, so if this is saying that if you will delete some VLAN, okay, so the interface will be also hidden, it will not be deleted. Okay,
Okay.
so if you want to bring that VLAN, that port again, so you create the same VLAN. Okay, or
Associated with
yes,
one one.
associate, yes, or you put that port into
Default with
default VLAN, which is our VLAN 1, right?
one. Yes.
Okay, now these are some MAC address table. Okay, identify the switch ports, uh, which is switch ports and VLAN which is associated. So we have already seen these things, remember, in the first class. Dynamic,
Yes.
the okay,
Dynamics.
yes, so by default your MAC table will be dynamic, right? You can check your
Yes.
MAC tables with, so okay, so no problem. So
Okay.
let's come and check here. But okay, next time I will save this. PC1 IP 10.0.0.1/8. Okay, fine. PC1 PC2 PC3 PC4 PC5 PC6 PC7 PC8. Okay, fine, you can write here save.
Okay.
Save. Okay, now here let's check the VLANs. So interface trunk, fine, we have already VLANs. So VLAN brief. Okay, ports are also associated. Okay,
Yes.
trunk is also there. Ping 10.0.0.5.
Not reachable.
I don't know whether the encapsulation is, remember this one problem.
Yeah.
Yes, so come here, conf t interface E3/3 switch port trunk encapsulation.1q. then switch port, mode, trunk. Let's make this one. Come here, conft interface E3/3, switch port, trunk encapsulation.1q, switch port, mode, trunk. Now we can wait for a few seconds and then okay, see it, they are communicating.
Yes.
So ping to 10.0.0.6,
Yes.
PC3 will ping to 10.0.0.7. Okay,
7.
and now
Yes.
if you'll come to switch and check verify something, so you can type here so MAC address
Address.
table, okay, dynamic, okay, okay, so MAC address table. See, so can you
Dynamic.
see here? It
Okay.
is dynamic, but you can see here VLAN 10, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, right? Means MAC
Yes,
address
with
table is for each VLANs, right? Okay,
yes.
now table dynamic. Okay, so they will show you dynamic table, and if you type static, okay, they will show you a
Yes.
static table, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, and if you type here, so VLAN, so MAC address table for VLAN 10, okay,
Okay.
for VLAN 10. So they will show you only VLAN 10 MAC address table, and if you're typing here
Okay.
VLAN 20, they will show you for 20, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if you'll type, if you're trying to get, okay, this MAC address belongs to which VLAN, so I copied this MAC address,
Okay.
and if you're typing here, so MAC add, so MAC address table, and if you type this, just paste this, so automatically they will tell you about this MAC address. So MAC address, not so MAC address question mark EDD address question mark, yes, now this command, okay, this command,
Okay.
okay, so automatically they will show you that okay,
Okay.
this MAC
But
address is
so
associated
much
with,
address again.
yes, okay, so MAC
Okay. So
address then MAC
address
address,
again.
that's why I was
Okay.
confused, okay.
Yes, I see.
And now if you're typing okay, I want to know about this interface, so if you type here so MAC address, so MAC address table interface, so I want to find E0/2, so you type here, they will tell you okay,
Yes.
this interface is belonging to VLAN 10, sorry, VLAN 20, and this is the MAC address, like that,
Yes.
okay.
I see.
Okay, and now if you're typing here so interface status question mark, okay, and then if you're typing
Okay.
here status, so they will if you will, with this command also you will come to know, see, are you getting,
Okay.
if
Yeah,
you have
show interface.
status, then they will tell you okay, port means this one, right? Okay,
Yes.
and name of the port, you can give the name of the port, or like see here, conft
Okay.
interface E0/0, okay, description for WAN, something like that, okay, can see here. Okay, so to identify that okay, this port is connected to WAN, this port is connected to
Yeah.
my
Yes, I see.
For example, this port is connected to my Yaoundé branch. Yaoundé. Okay, and now if you'll see here with this command, okay, this is connected to Yaoundé, this is connected to like this. Status is connected
Yes,
belongings to this duplex mode. Okay, speed, type, everything you can get it here. Okay,
I see.
with the help of a status. So interface status with this command. So here you will get port, name, status, which belongs to which VLAN,
Duplex.
duplex,
Yeah,
speed, type. Okay,
I
okay.
see.
So about this layer 3 forwarding. Okay,
Already.
yeah, how the data packets is forwarded or all these things we will be knowing
Mhm.
tomorrow. Okay, in
Okay.
our next class.
From one VLAN to another.
Yes, inter VLAN kind of.
Okay, interview then. Okay, I see.